What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, what's up? My name is With Love Kendra. Let's get right into a message for you. This is going to be a general message, so it may not resonate with every person, every sign. Okay. I'm getting the word synchronicity. I almost wanted to say every person's sign synchronicity. Okay. I'm getting this a habit, and you can have it. Like, there's a certain way of doing something, like being very habitual in terms of the way that something is always being done. I'm also getting the word conducive, and then my battery just turned to 13%. So we know 13 is they're giving me the word powerful, but it's all about a transformation. Okay, something is very powerful, but the word conducive is like, it's not serving you. It's serving you some type of way, right? Like, it's productive, it's useful, right? So let's see what is here. We have talk to your angels. Okay, your soul longs to express itself. And then we have writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. Bottom of the deck is freedom. Okay, so I'm going to show you the 3 cards that are here. Creative expression, talk to your angels, and writing. Okay, you may be feeling a little more passive at this time. Like, and when I say passive, it's like you're allowing time to pass. And I'm not saying that this is necessarily a bad thing. You may be feeling like it is, just because you may be the type of person who's always very intentional, right? Like, you always have to be doing something. You're all about movement. You're always, all about growth, being productive. And, excuse me, I want to put on one of my necklaces. I'm like, I want to put on one of my necklaces. Oh, look what I pulled out. A jade. So, when it comes to the things that you are passionate about, you may find yourself in a space where you may have kind of lost your passion, or what it is that you connect to in terms of like what really builds up like your drive, your momentum, your ability to grow, your ability to produce things that promote growth, that promote your ability to create things, right? And be very expressive in terms of, how you create, right? Like, your ability to express yourself is how you create. I made a post today on Facebook that says, it wasn't in its actual quote, but it says, the adult who creates is the child who survives. It's by Ursula Le Guin. Guin is the last name, but you're free to do what you choose, right? And so, with that being at the bottom of the deck, of course you have free will, as always, but I also feel like there's this kind of nudge, if you will, or push from the universe, source, the creator, who is saying it's okay for you to express yourself. Even in places, let me say this, not places, but even in spaces where maybe you haven't always felt comfortable or safe enough to allow that self-expression to show itself, right? So yeah, that's what we have this far. So let's get into it. Let's pull some tarot on it. Let's dive in a little deeper. Let's dive in a little bit deeper. Talk to your angels. So we got the Wheel of Fortune. We got the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun card. 444. When I said that you are protected, highly protected, and it's okay for you to express yourself. Okay, it's okay for you to do the things that maybe you once felt were not necessarily okay for you to do. Because I wanted to say that I feel like, you know, when you operate out of space of being conscious of the things that you do and say and how they'll affect either people's perception of you or your future, sometimes we tend to kind of dim our light so that the reflection of us, or the reflector of our light, doesn't blind people, and then in turn of them being blinded by our light, they try to dim it, right? So they'll spew things, or try to create an image of your expression as whatever, and it's like that's not what this is, right? Spirit's like, no, you're allowed to do what it is that you want to do. Two of Pentacles here with the Wheel of Fortune being there, right? So it's safe for you to express yourself. Six of Wands is here in the reverse. I feel like this self-expression is not only, it's more harmful for you to not express yourself than it is for you to be trying to consider everybody else when you're operating in your own safe space, even when you're not really sure if it is a safe space. Because it's like, if you're gonna be working on your inner child and creating safe spaces for your inner child, you're gonna stand up for your inner child, and that may not, people may not like that, but it's like, who cares, right? Who cares if my folks don't like it? Who cares if who cares who has to say about it? When you're doing things that are creating, I want to use the word safety net, because it's like, if your inner child keeps getting pushed around or knocked around in some shape, form, or fashion, then you got to create that safety net for your inner child, right? And it's like, well, let me be expressive. Let me be bold. Let me say whatever I need to, so that I can operate in the light where I let me operate and shine my light. You know what I'm saying? So you have options. Please don't think that you don't, because you do. The Six of Wands is in the reverse because there's some part of you that feels defeated. But the opportunity is here for you to be a victor, not a victim, right? So that's what's here. There's a card in here that doesn't belong. Let's see what it is. It's not showing itself to me, but I synced it. I know I saw it. It's hiding in this deck, though. It's interesting because it's not presenting itself. But anyway, let's shuffle again. I saw it that time. Interesting. I'm sure it'll pop out. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show me. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show people they ain't stopping nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you gotta pop out and show people they ain't stopping nothing. Four of Wands is about peace, harmony, and happiness. Ten of Swords is here in the reverse. So, Gemini, Aries energy here. Taurus energy here as well, right? High Priestess energy is here in the reverse, meaning that you've been hiding. Maybe you don't fully trust where it is that you're going or what it is that you're doing. Maybe even been feeling like you've been cautioned to slow down, or you just don't know where the path is going to lead you. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you should hide that you should tuck away, right? The Five of Pentacles in the reverse is really good card to have here, because there's recovery from any type of loss or spiritual poverty, or wherever you didn't feel clear at, right? A cycle has been completed when you see this World card. And I really like the depiction that's here, because you can see that this person is in the cycle of completion, right? So it's like within that, it's like the person's almost like at the forefront, or it's almost at, I said the forefront, but it's like, how can I describe it? Because she is in the cycle, but it really does, when I think about this World card, I literally see it as if the person is like in front of it, right? And then she has these two wands that are here, and the Two of Wands, right, is going forward, right? Like picking the lesser of two evils, if you will. So this is also be in relation to travel, celebrating life, arriving at a pinnacle. You know what I'm saying? I love when tarot does that, because you can't make this up. Eight of Wands is here, right? It's like there's forward movement, there's travel, there's progress, there's moving along. They're moving right along. Like it's almost giving me like fortune after difficulty, right? Like whatever cycle or whatever was really kind of harming you, whether it was a mental or emotional thing, it's like, you know what, I'm moving on. I'm stepping out of that cycle that I was once in. I'm choosing to move forward, right? There's planning, there's progress. If I was codependent in any area of my life, with the Nine of Pentacles being in the reverse, or not feeling as if I couldn't be successful somewhere, or that I couldn't do something on my own, like I'm gonna do it, right? I'm no longer wearing this or operating in this false version of myself, or wearing this false identity, having this false identity. The Temperance card really representing that, working with spirit and creating balance, right? Again, with the harmony energy being there with the Four of Wands, it's like, look, with spirit, right, with creator, with swords, with God, I know all things are possible. And so I'm going to work with spirit, right, to balance out this situation, to be sensible when it comes to my desires and the things that I deem that are credible for me. And your desires doesn't necessarily have to be you don't have to necessarily be self-critical of it, but it's like it's not selfish, because you have a purpose, you have a plan. And so again, even if other people are not receptive of it, does not mean that you have to not find that energy to be creative and keep yourself stuck, and to not feel like you don't have the tools and necessities, the support, the resources that you desire to make yourself happy. Because obviously, with all of this energy here, at some point there was this energy of you being cold, detached, feeling emotionally manipulated, not being creative, not expressing yourself, keeping yourself stuck, being stoic, feeling like, there was a series of unpaid reciprocity or unpaid debt, not feeling really inspired here. But spirit is giving the okay that, all of these things are possible, and to definitely move forward. We'll pull one more card here for you. Ten of Cups is here in the reverse. Don't let nobody shatter your